Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 15 in the 2020 NOFSRL Haas IndyCar Series. We are here at the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway for the Emerson Electric 100K. 50 laps of action around this 1.25 mile speedway in Madison, Illinois. Right in the middle of the two real-life IndyCar races going on this weekend. It is going to be a fun race here around this 1.25 mile speedway, and we are exceptionally looking forward to this one because not only do we have a great battle gonna brew on the racetrack, that didn't make any sense, who cares, we got a good battle going on in the championship as well. Coming into this race, Chase Harris, who, as we have seen the past few weeks here in the Haas IndyCar Series, a monumental disaster during the stretch of the last four races at Pikes Peak, both Watkins Glen races and Canadian Tire. He went from having either an 80 or a 90 point lead to a 4-point lead coming into this race ahead of Nicolas Samadio. Audra Baranowskis, 38 points behind, starts right behind Chase Harris on that outside lane, kind of midway through the field. Garrett Sonor, 40 points behind. Agar Barretto, 44 points behind. Peyton Hamilton, 47 points behind. Owen Miles, 48 points behind. Tristan Allen, 53 points behind. Mitchell Collins, 54 points behind. And Marty Johnson sitting there 60 points behind, starting in the 9th position for tonight's event. So many guys still in mathematical contention to win this championship, and as long as you are 53 points or less behind the points leader heading into the Haas World Championship 100 next weekend on Monday at the Pocono Raceway, you will still have a mathematical chance of winning this Haas IndyCar Series championship. So 53 is the magic number. If you are below that, you are good to go. If you're above 53, your chances of winning the championship will be over at the end of this race. And that's only after this race. So you got guys who are coming to this race 53 points or more behind, but they can still work their way up towards the points leader and have a shot at the championship next weekend. Now, for Chase Harris, this is one of the best starting positions he's had in a while, starting there in the 10th position, and if he can run right around that position, finish 10th, it's going to be a lot harder for a lot of these guys to win the championship because Nicolas Samadio starts all the way back in 28th. So the big question is, will Chase Harris be able to execute that good starting position, or, like a lot of the past races we've had here in the Haas IndyCar Series, will he fall behind and fail to execute from that good starting position? Either way, we're ready to get this one started. Emerson Electric 100K here from Gateway. And our first time the Haas IndyCar Series ever come here to Gateway as well. I didn't even mention that. We had here last weekend Chick-fil-A Cup Series and Turkey Hill Series, but now the Haas IndyCar Series is here, and this is going to be a much different race. The racing is going to be completely different, and we'll get the cars on the racetrack here in just a moment. And they're going to roll off right there. Still figuring out this whole ticker thing. I have to pause the simulation, and it's a little annoying. Nathan Stapleton on the pole in the number 34 alongside him. Buck Hover in the number 93 machine. Of course, Buck Hover is pretty much out of contention to win this championship, but still looking for a second win of the season. Looking for a more legitimate win this season as well. Won that America 100 off of the weirdest strategy I've ever seen. Run number 2, John Andrews, Peyton Hamilton. Now, Peyton Hamilton, bit of a underlying factor in this championship here. She comes 47 behind, but she's starting well ahead of Chase Harris in this event. Our last winner, Max Anderson, who got the win in Canada last weekend alongside the number 23 there of Noah Clifton. Then we got the 4 machine. That is driven by Keegan Thompson. He's alongside the 37 of Mason Brown and Otter Island teammates Marty Johnson and Chase Harris in the number 79, who will be retiring at the end of the season. Wants to go out on top, possibly get a championship there, starting in the 10th position. Audra Baranowskis right behind him. We've seen Garrett Sonor, Nicolas Samadio, a couple of other highly contended championship contenders right there. Midway through the field, Agar Barretto also inside the top 5 in points coming into this race. Audra Baranowskis, as I mentioned, right behind Chase Harris there, starting in the 12th position. Well, here we go. Pace car's going to pull off. It's 50 laps here at Gateway here tonight in the Emerson Electric 100K in the Haas IndyCar Series. Only 2 races remain here and Pocono on Labor Day. Let's see how it all goes down. Green flag in the air here in St. Louis. Lap number 1, it's going to be a tight one here to the line, but Peyton Hamilton gets a bonus point towards the championship right there, and that's going to go a long way towards the championship. That one extra point going to help her out quite a bit, but Buck Over looking to the inside, outside, pulls it, and already around in the back of the field, Tristan Allen in the 39, and the number 21 of Nathan Faden. And for the race lead, look at Max Anderson forcing it 3 wide down to the inside. At the stripe, it will be Hamilton who wins the race. Back to the line. Wow. Right at the start of the race, Nathan Faden and Tristan Allen looks like they might have gotten just a little too close for comfort there off the corner. And this is something we saw in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and Turkey Hill Series. That corner is a very treacherous spot on the racetrack, but thankfully, I don't think either of these guys have any significant damage. I think they just spun around, whereas Tristan Allen, you know, talk about Chase Harris, you know, having a monumental fall in the points. Tristan Allen could easily have come into this race the points leader if it weren't for what happened to him the past few races, you know, 3 straight races where he had a good run and failed to capitalize on it. And right now, currently in the last position here at Gateway. A little too early for these guys to come down the pit lane and top off on fuel. It's about, I think, a 40-lap fuel run here at Gateway. So that could get a little interesting. Obviously, we saw in the Turkey Hill Series last weekend how close it came to the end of the race for those cycle of pit stops. Tristan Allen, the number 39, got spun around along with Nathan Faden. No one's coming down the pit lane quite yet. Peyton Hamilton, your race leader. Let's go ahead and see what happens to bring out the first caution of the night here in the Emerson Electric 100K at Gateway. And this is coming off of turn number 2 on lap number 2. Nathan Faden, I mean, just barely got into the gearbox of Dale Lighting. That was so close right there. Almost cleared him, and I think he thought he cleared him, but he didn't. And then Tristan Allen had nowhere to go in the 39 machine. Faden right... he missed that inside wall there, but I think, yeah, when he got back in the gas, gripped it in the grass, went straight into the inside wall there, and that's where Faden got his front wing damage. That is going to definitely hurt Nathan Faden here in this one. Nathan Faden heading in the Pocono where he won last year. Hasn't gotten a good season this season here in the Haas IndyCar Series, unfortunately. Trying to see where he is in the points. Actually, he came in 13th, still with a mathematical chance, but this is most likely going to take him out here at Gateway. And right here you see Faden just barely get in the Dale Lightning. And Tristan Allen got spun around, but no damage on the 39 machine from that incident. And it's still a long race here, but look at that move that Max Anderson made on Buck Over. Nathan Stapleton almost got to the inside of Peyton Hamilton for the race lead. We're going to see a lot of that here tonight at Gateway. It's going to be a fun one here in the Emerson Electric 100K. Peyton Hamilton going for her 2nd win of the season. And I mistakenly said in qualifying that Audrey Baranowskis won at Pikes Peak. She finished 2nd in Pikes Peak. She won Gateway. So, Audrey Baranowskis, who is still in this race, of course, right behind Chase Harris there. It's going to be interesting to see how the points shake up after this race, especially if Peyton Hamilton wins this thing. Hamilton's going to have a shot at this championship heading into Pocono next week. And let's go ahead and get to the restart here in the Emerson Electric 100K at Gateway. We're back here at the Gateway International Raceway. The old name for this racetrack. I said that last week, too. Emerson Electric 100K here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Peyton Hamilton leading the field in the number 11. Max Anderson looking for 2 in a row here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Unfortunately for Anderson, he is outside of championship contention, but still would be a great way to cap off the season if you could pull it off here tonight. Buck Over in 3rd. Nathan Stapleton in the 4th position. John Andrews rounding out the top 5. Then Noah Clifton, Keegan Thompson, Marty Johnson, Nathan Smith, Mason Brown. Chase Harris is in 11th. Solid position for him right now. Andretti Autosport teammates Audrey Baranowskis, Matt Tuck round out the top 13. Baranowskis would love to finish ahead of Chase Harris. She came in 38 points behind him. And if she can finish ahead of Harris in this race, she would be in championship contention heading into Pocono next weekend. Let's see how it all goes down. Peyton Hamilton, Max Anderson, and Buck Over, the top 3. Let's go ahead and see how it all goes down here in the restart on lap number 7. Max Anderson right there on the gearbox of Peyton Hamilton. These guys have an interesting line through the corner. You can actually see them let off the gas through the corner, try to hit that apex, and all these guys have different lines going in. Haven't really seen much racing yet. Obviously, had that incident on lap number 2. Now we're going to start to see these guys really race it out here at the Gateway International Raceway. Nathan Stapleton there looking to the inside of Buck Hover. But Hover's going to make a move to the inside of Anderson, and we may have some 3 wide here. How about Marty Johnson, who has still never won a race in this series before, looking tenacious right there to the inside of John Andrews. Had to run to the inside of Keegan Thompson, couldn't quite pull it off right there. Buck Hover to the inside of Max Anderson for second. And we're going to have a lot of close and tight racing here tonight. Hover's going to get a good run there on the inside lane as Hamilton overshot the corner. But Hamilton's going to keep on leading. She's led every lap so far here tonight. And that could go a long way. You get 2 extra bonus points towards the championship for leading the most laps. So that'd be 3 total bonus points for laps led in this race if she can pull it off. We'll just have to see how that all goes down. Hover is going to clear Anderson through the corner right here, but this side-by-side battle for second is allowing Peyton Hamlin to pull away. Nathan Stapleton on the outside lane. Keegan Thompson rolling to the inside right there, and the number 4 machine is going to hold on and take the advantage for 4th. Buck Hover going to file behind Max Anderson. You got the number 10 of John Ears. Look at that move right there on the outside by Noah Clifton. You got Nathan Smith right here and Chase Harris in the number 79. Got an old friend right behind him, and Matt Tuck there. That is for the 11th position. And Matt Tuck in the number 28 machine, holding on to 12th right there. Audra Baranowskis, though, going to take a position away from her teammate. And she is trying to hang with the number 79 here for position. But Peyton Hamilton has pulled out to a sizable gap, all things considered. We'll have to see if Buck Hover, Max Anderson can close in. Keegan Thompson has moved up to the 4th position, and it's now Nathan Stapleton rounding out the top 5. We got side-by-side racing right here between Otter Island teammates Chase Harris and Marty Johnson, and Harris is going to get 2 for 1, maybe 3 for 1 right there. Harris is coming. He's aggressive right here in this one. And obviously, Nicholas Samanio, the guy he's trying to beat in the points, not having the best of nights, all the way down in 28. Samanio has not been able to advance from where he started. It may take pit strategy for him to have an advantage here on the field, but that number 9 machine, Nicholas Samanio, definitely with an interesting situation coming into this race, only 4 points behind, but qualifying way behind Chase Harris. Obviously, though, and I don't want to jinx anything quite yet, but we've seen what happened to Chase Harris the past few races, and even with these good runs, he has found a way to lose them the past few weeks. We'll just have to see. Got to the inside there of Mason Brown, and to the inside for the race lead. Buck Hover's going to take it away from Peyton Hamilton, new race leader here at Gateway. Hamel Autosport looking for the 3rd win of the season here. They won last night in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series with Gatlin Downey. Derek Hamill's been racking up these wins like they're nothing. But will he get it tonight? I don't know if Peyton Hamilton's going to let that happen. To the inside for the race lead once again here on lap 14. Here comes Max Anderson, Keegan Thompson, Nathan Stapleton, Nathan Smith to the inside. Of course, he had Nathan Faden wreck out earlier on. Hover with a good run on the outside lane there of Peyton Hamilton. And Hover's going to pull away in the 93. Here comes Keegan Thompson to the inside of Max Anderson. Nathan Stapleton looking 3 wide now to the inside for 3rd on Thompson and Anderson. They try to hold that inside lane there, entering turn number 1. Almost into the rumble strips right there, but Stapleton's going to hold on to position, and he's going to go to the 4th position as Keegan Thompson now has a run here on Peyton Hamilton. And don't look now. Here comes Chase Harris, number 79 machine, right behind the gearbox of John Andrews. They're looking to get to the inside of Nathan Smith. One thing to keep in mind, tire wear is going to come into play here tonight. And as this run goes along, those tires are going to get more and more worn out, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult for these guys to make a pass. There goes Keegan Thompson, though, for 2nd on Peyton Hamilton. Max Anderson looking to the inside. How about Chase Harris going 3 wide to the inside here in turn number 3? I don't know if I'd quite be making that move this early on in the race as the points leader, but definitely have a feeling that Chase Harris is looking to make a statement here tonight. The past 4 races have not been too kind to our points leader, but miraculously he still's holding on to that points lead coming into this event, and he wants to hold on to it heading into the finale next Monday. We're just going to have to see, though, if he can get around John Is right here. The outceiling gets a pretty good push off a few of these corners, so the racing is very, very unique. Peyton Hamilton, Max Anderson, a huge run to the inside of those guys right there. Number 11 to Peyton Hamilton going to work the outside lane and hold on to position right there for Chase Harris. Has methodically worked his way through the field here. He started in the 10th position, and with him getting around the 10 of John Andrews, that's going to put him up into 6th. Andrews going to move down to the inside here, and Harris is going to do it again! 3 wide of the inside. This time he's not going to be able to make it stick on Max Anderson and Nathan Stapleton. Hamilton looking now to the inside of Keegan Thompson for second as Buck Hover continues to lead here at Gateway. So many storylines coming into this race. Baranowski's trying to do the same thing, close up to Chase Harris, Igor Barreto as well, but even though they're running close to the top 10 right now, if Chase Harris finishes ahead of them, both of those drivers are effectively out of championship contention. There goes Harris, now for third, or should I say for fourth. Here comes Keegan Thompson. He's close up to the gearbox of Buck Hover. But how about Harris slicing through this field like a knife through hot butter here at Gateway. And there goes Keegan Thompson looking for a run on the outside, or should I say the inside of Buck Hover. Unable to make the move right now. Peyton Hamilton looking to get a push to the inside here of Keegan Thompson. Harris looking for fourth on Max Anderson, was unable to make the position right there. But now he's got the nose to the inside. And Hamilton going to take second away from Keegan Thompson. This is looking pretty good right now for Buck Hover as these guys continue to battle on for the second position. Hover pulling away here at Gateway. Here comes Mason Brown. Audra Baranowski's also working her way on the inside lane. Stapleton, Nathan Smith starting the fallback right there. Matt Tuck kind of mired in the middle of the field. We'll check in and see where Nicholas Samadillo is at the moment, and still has not been able to work his way through the field at all. 27th position, and you know, Samadillo could actually risk being eliminated from championship contention if he happens to finish last and Harris wins tonight. And that's interesting. Coming into this race 4 points behind, it could actually leave not even in championship contention. That is not the Nicholas Samadillo we're used to seeing. But Chase Harris again, 3 wide for position in the turn number 3. And this time he's going to make it stick on Max Anderson and Keegan Thompson. He's got to be careful, though. We're not even halfway through this race. He has made so many bold moves so far here tonight, and if he makes one mistake, you know, we've seen what he's done these past few races. That could effectively end his chances at a championship if he makes a mistake. But if he keeps this up, that's going to be a bold statement heading him to Pocono next weekend. The one key factor here, Peyton Hamlin's the only major championship contender outside of Chase Harris running inside this top 5 right now. And she is closing back in on Buck Hover for the top position. Harris is now in third. Here comes Max Anderson to the inside of Keegan Thompson for fourth. Anderson's another strong player in this race. Keegan Thompson as well. And Nathan Stapleton has found his way back up into the 6th position for American Motorsports. And here comes Peyton Hamilton to the inside of Buck Hover, side by side off the corner. This might bring in Chase Harris in a possible battle for the race lead next time by halfway through the Emerson Electric 100K here at Gateway. So Peyton Hamilton, oh, Harris with a huge run there in the number 79 machine. Keegan Thompson right here as well. And Audra Baranowski, is all Baranowski and Barreto need to do in this race essentially is finish ahead of Chase Harris, and they're trying to close into him. And Barreto and Baranowski have been battling for position very closely as well. See them moving their way through the field right here. Chase Harris for second on Peyton Hamilton. Hamilton was unable to get to the gearbox of the 93, and now Chase Harris in the 79. One more position left, and he's the race leader, but Hamilton going to move to the inside right there. A lot of shuffling going on down the backstretch here at Gateway, and Hamilton looking to put Harris on the outside lane. Harris trying to hold on, not going to be able to hold off the 11. There goes Hamilton to the inside for second. And they continue to battle on for the second position here at Gateway as Buck Hover continues to pull away. Keegan Thompson, number 4 machine, looking to strike if these guys get into it with each other. Nathan Stapleton, our pole sitter, he's to the inside of Max Anderson, and Barreto and Baranowski are here as well. Harris, though, he's going to get a run right here. Going to hold off Hamilton for the time being. Buck Hover a little wide through the corner. He's led the past few laps here in this race. He's had a very strong car here tonight. But can he hold off our points leader and our possible champion here in the Haas IndyCar Series, Chase Harris, in the number 79. Here comes Keegan Thompson to the inside of Peyton Hamilton. Nathan Stapleton there as well. Barreto's coming to the inside of Max Anderson. Watch out for Barreto. Won at Watkins Glen, had a strong run at Canadian Tire. He came in only 44 points behind, but he was behind Chase Harris, so we're going to have to see if he can somehow find a way around Chase Harris in this one. Keegan Thompson right behind him. Another major thing that we have to touch on, pit stop's going to come into play here later on in the race. That will definitely shake the field up, and those cycle of pit stops going to be within the next 12-15 laps. It's going to be near the end of the race, about a 40-lap fuel window for these guys, but they're going to really come into play here. And if any of these guys do not have a good stop and get stuck in the pit lane or wreck coming down the pit lane, looking at Chase Harris, I mean, I'm sure he's really thinking about this cycle of pit stops right now, and that could really make things interesting later on in the race. Got to give a lot of credit to Buck Cover right here. He has been able to hold this field off very well, and he continues to lead here, looking for his second win of the season. Won the America 100 at Auto Club back in July, and now we are here at the end of the summer as Keegan Thompson has a run to the inside of Chase Harris for second. 20 laps to go here in the Emerson Electric 100K at Gateway. There goes the Ford machine looking to the inside of Chase Harris for position. Here comes the 12 of Agar Barretto to the inside of Nathan Stapleton. Harris has been able to move his way through the field very well. There goes Stapleton back around to the inside, a crossover there on Barretto for position. But Barretto and Baranowskis have been able to close in very well too, and we'll have to see if they can find a way around the number 79 before the end of this race, because if they can, they will have a shot at the championship at Pocono next weekend. And obviously, we saw what happened last night in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, but Nathan Baird wrecked out. He lost 36 points in that race, and it's a different point system here in the Haas IndyCar Series. So, relatively speaking, if that same thing happened in the IndyCar Series, it'd be about the same amount of points. But say Shane Lick won last night, but this was the IndyCar Series. You get those 50 points for winning a race. There's a 53-point swing that could happen if Chase Harris wrecks out in the race in the finale, and whoever wins leads the most laps and has a shot at the championship right there. It could really get interesting. And you don't really want to come into the finale race with any sort of deficit, and Harris did not get a good entry into the corner. Keegan Thompson going to move to the inside. Barretto looking really strong in this one. Number 12 machine already up to fourth. Baranowskis kind of got held up there by Nathan Stapleton, and the tire wear is really starting to come into play. Keegan Thompson going to take the position away. Of course, he won the Freedom 50 back in May. Harris and Barretto, my goodness, they had a run there to the inside. But they're letting Buck Cover pull away with this thing right now. That number 93 is solid on the racetrack, and he could easily have an opportunity at stealing this win away here tonight. Outside lane, though, getting a good push there with Keegan Thompson, but Chase Harris is coming, so is Nathan Stapleton in the number 34. We'll have to see what Baranowskis can do here in the 27 if she can close into these guys. Side by side for second, side by side for fourth. Harris trying to get to the inside of Keegan Thompson for position. He will do so right there, but now Buck Cover out to a huge lead here compared to the rest of the field. Everyone else is right on each other. Buck Cover's got a half-second lead on the field. There goes Barretto to the inside. Barretto completely going through this field. He's not lost a position pretty much this entire race, and here he is up to third now. And his eyes are set on the number 79 of Chase Harris. If he can get around Harris, as Buck Cover comes down the pit lane. Going to come down early here. We'll have to see how that affects the strategy later on in this race. But he burned a lot of fuel leading this thing. And while this is a flat racetrack, that draft does come into play. It looks like Lipscomb and Faden tried to come down, but they couldn't come down the pit lane correctly. These guys got to be careful. A very difficult pit lane to come down here. The World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Chase Harris in the 79. He's got to be careful on entry. Oh boy, that was tight, but he's going to be able to hold on and have a safe entry down the pit lane. It's a little bit different than the stock cars. The stock cars go a lot slower than these Indy cars, and you just see the speed that Chase Harris carried into the pit road. Now these guys, they have to hope for a caution not coming out, and it looks like Lipscomb and Faden did it again. I don't understand what they're doing. They can't come down the pit lane. Barretto, number 12, is going to overshoot it off into the grass and onto the racetrack, and he's going to have to come back down again. That is going to end Barretto's chances at a championship. Right there, that one mistake is going to cost him. Chase Harris is off the pit lane in the number 79. Baranowskis, however, was able to come down cleanly. We'll have to see where she comes out in relation to the rest of the field. There goes Buckover down the front stretch here with 12 laps to go at Gateway. And will he close in on the 79? Trying to see where Chase Harris is on the racetrack. He is out of here. And again, Barretto made the same mistake. He's going to go a lap down now as Harris drives by. Chase Harris. We'll have to see if he beats out Baranowskis. He will. Chase Harris looking for his 5th win of the season. And after 4 of the worst races all season long, he may just come home with this race victory here tonight at Gateway. But Baranowskis is the challenger, looking to close in on Harris for this race lead. It's still 10 laps to go here at Gateway, and Baranowskis knows if she finishes ahead of Chase Harris, she will have a shot at this championship. And I said that Barretto would go a lap down. He had actually yet to officially go a lap down. Finally made it to the pit lane. But he's going to lose a ton of ground on Chase Harris, only unless he goes gas and go right here, but he's going to have to take tires. You're going to lose way too much time if you do that. And now we'll get the official margin between Harris and Baranowskis. Harris, the race leader, and Barretto still officially led that lap, so next time I will see what the gap is, but Baranowskis trying to close in. And this is interesting because Chase Harris about to win this race and gain 51 points towards the championship. Baranowskis looking to gain 40. That would be a 49-point gap between Chase Harris and Audrey Baranowskis, meaning that Baranowskis would still have a mathematical shot at the championship, but it would be very slim. Now the big question is, will Thomas Lipscomb hold up the 79 of Chase Harris? It's a 2-second lead for Chase Harris here on lap 42. We'll have to see if Baranowskis is going to close this in at all. Christian Master has actually just gotten surpassed by Keegan Thompson. Christian Master up to 4th. And then Mitchell Collins, who won Thursday night in the Turkey Hill Series at Daytona, 5th. Mason Brown, Buckover all the way down to 7th. Garrett Sinor, though he's probably going to lose the opportunity at winning a championship because of Harris's strong run here tonight. Garrett Sinor with a great rebound in this one. He started deep in the field, and he has moved his way through the field very well. Lipscomb is staying ahead of Chase Harris. Because of Lipscomb coming down a few laps after Harris, he actually has fresher tires right here. Baranowskis came down a lap after Chase Harris, so her tires are going to be a little bit better here than Harris these last few laps. But that time by, the gap did not close in at all. It stayed the same. And that is good news for the driver of the number 79, Chase Harris. Unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable what happened the last 4 races, going from 90 points down to 4 points. But he came into this race determined to pull away from San Mateo and the rest of the field in the championship. And a race victory here tonight would definitely send a huge statement to the rest of the field. And we're looking at Chase Harris winning his 5th race in 15 races. That's a third of the season, if he can pull it off here tonight. It's going to be 5 laps to go next time by for Chase Harris here in the Emerson Electric 100K at Gateway. 5th win of the year, 5th win of the season, 5th win of his career on Napa Fan, if he can pull it off. Baranowskis did close in a little bit right there, but she is just a little too far behind at this point, and with the pack split up the way it is, I do not see Baranowskis closing in before the end of this race. It's going to be 4 laps to go next time by for Chase Harris in the number 79. What a season it has been for Chase Harris. I mean, 4 wins coming into this race, but you got to remember, only 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s on the season, so it's pretty much been a win or bust for Chase Harris all season long. But that philosophy might have worked out very well for him. You get 50 points for the race victory each time you win, and this would be 250 points alone on race victories. Coming into this race, less than half of the field have even received 250 points. And Chase Harris is about to receive 250 points on 5 races on the season. This will be his 4th oval win of the season, if he can pull it off. Baranowskis is trying to close in. doing all she can to have a shot at this championship, and she will have a shot at this championship. But we're talking a 21-point swing, actually a 22-point swing. No, 21-point swing, excuse me. And someone blew up. Keegan Thompson, I believe. Unbelievable. Keegan Thompson blowing up. He had such a good run here tonight, and he's going to fall behind. You know, Buck Cover's coming here in the number 93. That number 93 is fast. He was 7th not too long ago, and all of a sudden, here he is in 2nd. I'm wondering he may have taken 4 tires on his pit stop. Well, these guys could have taken 2, but either way, white flag for Chase Harris at Gateway. Will he get his 5th win of the season? How fast is Buck Cover in the number 93? This is going to be a huge point swing if Buck Cover can close into him, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Chase Harris, one of the most unbelievable seasons I have seen out of any driver. It's going to be his 5th win of the year in 15 races. Chase Harris wins the Emerson Electric 100K at Gateway. And Baranowskis, falling to 3rd, is going to put her, if I can do the math correctly, 53 points behind, I do believe. No. 52. Baranowski's only shot at winning this championship now is if Harris finishes last and she wins the race. That's all there is to it. Chase Harris. 5th win of the season. No driver has ever won that many. Actually, Eric Monaco did in the Haas Dash Series earlier this summer. My apologies. But Chase Harris just did it in a series where ratings do not come into play. Equal ratings for all these cars, and Chase Harris, once again, in victory lane. That right there made up for the past 4 races this season. We all know what happened at Pikes Peak. All know what happened in both Watkinson races. We know what happened last week at Canadian Tire. And then to come into Gateway, start in the 10th position, and methodically move his way through the field, and right at the end, grab the race win. And Nicholas Samadillo is still going to have a chance at this championship, but at this point, all Chase Harris has to do is finish top 15, I believe, and the championship is his at Pocono. And obviously, we have seen how strong he has been on the ovals. You obviously saw the issues there. Igor Barreto, that's one of the biggest ones right there. I think Barreto, if he could have actually come down the pit lane correctly, he was ahead of Chase Harris, I do believe, when that occurred. Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't. Harris had already come down the pit lane, but Barreto, I mean, that right there, he's out of championship contention now. Just because of that one mistake, he would still have a shot. I believe he could have won this race if he did not overshoot the pit lane twice. Thomas Lipscomb did it twice. Nathan Faden did it twice. And then Keegan Thompson blew an engine near the end of the race. Absolute heartbreak for Thompson. Absolute heartbreak for the rest of the field. Chase Harris wins again in the Haas IndyCar Series. Wow. What a weekend. All the races here on Napa Fan. Absolutely unbelievable. And next weekend, it's championship weekend. Going to be a great weekend to cap off the season in the Haas IndyCar Series on Monday. That's actually going to be the last race on Monday. But then Turkey Hill Series finale is going to be Saturday. Chick-fil-A Cup Series finale going to be Sunday. Haas IndyCar Series finale going to be Monday on Labor Day. The Haas World Championship 100. On Friday, we have ourselves the Turkey Hill Truck Series and their second race of the season. Chase Harris, your race winner here at Gateway. And you guys are going to see the points heading to the finale race. Harris is looking like he's going to get this one done. And he didn't think he was going to get it there for a moment because that points gap was closing in. But like I said, will he capitalize on that good starting position? Well, sure as heck he did here tonight at Gateway. He's your race winner here in the Emerson Electric 100K. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we will see you guys next weekend for NOFSRL Championship Weekend on Napa Fam. Turkey Hill Series, Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Both of those series are going to have great points battles. Haas IndyCar Series, only unless Chase Harris has a monumental failure at Pocono, which we've seen him have a lot of monumental failures this season. I don't think it's going to be as good of a championship battle, but it's still not over yet. Baranowskis and Sam Adio, I believe, are going to be the only two guys in championship contention heading in to next weekend's race, but they're going to have to win the race, for one thing, and Chase Harris wreck out early on. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Here are the points for the Haas IndyCar Series after 15 races, and we will see you guys next weekend for NOFSRL Championship Weekend. Congratulations to Chase Harris, once again a winner in the Haas IndyCar Series, and I will see you guys later.